Hello, and welcome to my first video on this channel. Today, I'd like to talk about a slightly meta topic. I've been trying to make this first video for a few months now, and nothing's come out of it. But why is that? I've been thinking about it a little bit, and here are some of my thoughts. I think there are three main components that have pushed me to wait this long: fear, shame, and procrastination. Let's start with fears. The first of these fears is probably imperfection, worrying that what I do will not be perfect and how it might reflect on me. Next, I'm worried that people would dislike what I'm doing, which wouldn't be great for my self esteem. And finally, I generally worry about things being taken completely out of context. Something completely innocuous can suddenly be made to sound wrong. Then, there are things I'm ashamed of. The main one here being my accent. I'm not a native speaker, so obviously it's normal to have some sort of accent, but having spoken English for most of my life on a regular basis by now, it's a little hard to swallow. And especially since making videos means publicly exposing my accent. Then, there's the fact that my content might very well become cringe, which can be shameful. Finally, there's procrastination. I have been pushing the timeline of my first video for quite a while now, but that doesn't mean that I've been completely unproductive. I've actually been learning how to edit videos. I've been watching tutorials and also trying stuff in the video editor I'm planning to use. So then, if I've still been doing stuff, why am I procrastinating on making the actual video? I think most of it is taking the first step, which is the scariest one. It's fueled by the fears and shame I've brought up earlier, because this actually instantiates them. It makes things concrete. Once you start publishing videos, you actually expose yourself to criticism and failure. But that's not all of it. I actually often feel like I lack energy and mental capacity, especially after work. But these are things I know I need to work on. But I should probably take all of those points with a grain of salt. If I'm so worried about imperfection that I don't release anything, how am I supposed to improve and get feedback? As for people not liking my content, well, I can't know whether anyone's gonna like what I'm doing until I release it, so why worry about it now? And being taken out of context? On the internet, that's always a possibility. My accent? Well, I may be ashamed of it, but it's a part of me, and I'm far from the only person with an accent. I really just need to embrace it. Maybe I should even be prideful of it. It's something that makes me different. As for procrastination, I just have to push myself and work on building better habits. And so, this was my first video. I'm finally taking the plunge. It won't be perfect, obviously. My accent will be there, but I'll try to be hopeful about it. All I can do is try, learn, and make progress. Thank you all for listening, and welcome to the start of my journey.